Wherever the road may take you, Discount Tire and Continental Tire get you there safely with the perfect combination of style, comfort, and price. Get a set of Continental tires at your local Discount Tire store or online at discounttire.com. Discount Tire, let's get you taken care of.
You're listening to a Mint podcast brought to you by HT Smartcast.
Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint, your weekday newscast that brings you 5 major stories from the world of business. It's Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. My name is Nelson John. Let's get started.
Top of the Morning by Mint.
Continuing their losing streak for a second consecutive session, Indian stock market benchmarks, the Nifty 50 and the Sensex, closed in the red on Monday, July 22nd, ahead of the Union Budget 2024. The Economic Survey, an annual document presenting the state of India's economy, was tabled in Parliament on Monday, a day ahead of the Union Budget. The survey serves as the government's most detailed analysis of the economy and plays a crucial role in shaping policy decisions. Today, let's take a look at the critical stories around the survey as the country prepares for the third Narendra Modi government's first full budget. As we look ahead to the Union Budget for 2024-25, Mint's and Madhavan looks at the insights the survey might offer into what may be prioritized. The survey cautiously pegs next year's economic growth at between 6.5% and 7%. To keep this momentum, it points to several key areas. These include enhancing job and skill development, supporting small and micro enterprises, maximizing agricultural outputs, managing environmental transitions, tackling inequality, and growing the corporate bond markets. Madhavan also explains what the survey has to present on key economic indicators. The Economic Survey highlights a critical need for job creation in India, projecting a requirement to generate 7.8 to 8.1 million jobs annually up to 2036, which totals about 103 million new roles. The emphasis is not only on quantity but also on quality. As current data indicates, only half of college graduates are directly employable. To address this, there has been an increase in youth receiving formal vocational education, although participation remains in the low single digits. Informal training channels are compensated somewhat, contributing an additional 16.6% in trained youth. Read today's long story by howindialives.com to understand the government's recipe for growth in charts. You can click on the link in the show notes to see the charts prepared by our partners at howindialives.com. The Economic Survey 2023-24 delivered by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman emphasizes the pivotal role of the private sector in scaling up investments and spearheading job creation in an era increasingly shaped by technology and AI. The survey critiques the private sector's investment patterns, noting a preference for real estate over sectors like machinery and intellectual property, which are crucial for transforming India into a manufacturing hub and creating quality jobs. Chief Economic Advisor V. Anantha Nageswaran stresses that employment offers dignity and self-respect, urging corporates to prioritize job creation. Additionally, the survey advocates a strategic embrace of Chinese FDI, suggesting that India can boost its export capabilities by integrating into Chinese supply chains, a strategy that has benefited other Asian economies. This approach aligns with global trade shifts and could enhance India's export performance, particularly to the United States. Mint senior editor Girish Chandra Prasad and Subhash Narayan write on the Economic Survey's focus on private investment and job creation. Qatar's sovereign wealth fund, the Qatar Investment Authority, which has been an investor in Bengaluru-based ed-tech startup Byju's, has taken legal action in India, demanding that founder Byju Ravindran disclose his personal assets. A Mint startup editor, Ranjini Raghavan, reports that the QIA has approached the Karnataka High Court to prevent Ravindran from selling or transferring his assets, aiming to secure up to $235.19 million. QIA has been deeply involved with Byju's, having invested in 2019 and 2022. It also provided a $250 million loan to Ravindran in March 2022. He used this loan to invest back into Byju's during its last funding round, which valued the company at $22 billion. Now, QIA is seeking a court injunction to freeze Ravindran's dealings with his assets, reflecting the serious financial stakes. The Indian government is actively preparing for a new phase of airport development under public-private partnerships. This aligns with its aim to enhance infrastructure in the rapidly growing aviation sector. Senior government officials told Mint's aviation correspondent Anush Sharma that internal discussions are underway with plans to open bids for several airports by the end of the financial year. This approach builds on the previous strategy of pairing major airports with smaller ones for balanced development. Currently, only 14 of the over 135 airports operate under public-private partnerships, indicating significant potential for future privatization and investment. We'd love to hear your feedback on this podcast. Let us know by writing to us at feedback@lifemit.com. You may send us feedback, tips, or anything that you feel we should be covering from your vantage point in the world of business and finance. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. We're eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with fresh business news. Until then, have a great day ahead.
Top of the Morning by Mint.
Freshman year of college is a lot. 100 people classes. I have so many questions, but one thing's a no-brainer. Getting a Brita pitcher with the Elite filter for your dorm room. You save over $240 a year by switching from plastic bottles to Brita. And it filters out 99% of lead and other contaminants from your tap water. Your emotional support water bottle will thank you. 99% of lead certified by WQA. Substances reduced may not be in all users' water. $240 savings a year versus standard 16.9 fluid ounce water bottles. Savings assumes pre-purchase of Brita system.